What's good, YouTube? It's Ray Jarrell. So in today's video, I'm actually showing you how to run 146 post patch. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn post notifications on. Now, before I do get into the video, I do ask if you enjoy any part of this video or if you find any value out of this video, if you could please watch at least 30 seconds of any ad that you see, because if you didn't know, when you hit skip ad, I actually do not get paid, but if you watch at least 30 seconds, I will get paid, and I plan on wanting to do this full time. So let's hop right into this video. So we are talking about 146, of course, and no matter what, you always want to make sure your auto flip is off. That is critical, because if you leave it on, it's not going to work right. Now, I'm not really gonna have any gameplay because honestly, I feel like I'm one of the best at 146, and I'm not just saying that just to toot my own horn. But if you see right here, I call cover 2 sync a lot. As you see, according to on this account, I called it 1,026 times, and I only allowed 4.7 yards. So let that sink out. I called it 1,000 times, and I only let up 4.7 yards. That is, in my opinion, that's incredible, considering 146 is easy to run on. But let's go and choose cover 2 sync, because that's the play we're gonna be talking about. Now, I am in the Carolina Panthers offensive playbook, and if you're wondering about defense, I'm in Miami. But 146 can be found in a variety of playbooks, so please make sure you check your playbook. Now, we're gonna be talking about bunch offset, and then we'll just come out in something like let's just come out in something like, I don't know, double post. So with this play, all you need to do, there's two setups that I like, because when EA patched it, they just kind of made it more inconsistent, if that makes sense. So it can still screen with the same general setup, and that same general setup is this right here. You just want to press, spread your D line, and then quarterback contain. That's legit it. Now from right here, as you can tell, you're probably going to screen right there, boom, easy, right? So a lot of y'all know that setup, a lot of y'all are familiar with it, and if you're not familiar with it, that's all you need to do. And now the reason we like to the reason we don't like to leave auto flip on, because when you have it off, he naturally lines up in this position, so it's just a lot easier to set up. And then let's say you spread our D line, quarterback contain, boom, and 9 times out of 10, you see right there. So that's what the patch was, if y'all noticed. So what the patch did, they just made it to where it's a little less consistent, but you could tell it still comes in. So let's try it again. You see right here, we got it right here. So boom, let's see if we get through, and right there you can tell we get through. And now I'm actually gonna hop into replay mode so you can understand why it's actually working and when it doesn't work. So let's go into replay real quick, and we're actually gonna talk about running back blocking and all that in a second. But the reason this works is because watch what he does right here. So you see him do a little animation. So this animation is gonna attract the attention of that tackle, and it's gonna let him come straight through if the running back's not blocking. Now you probably think it real. All I gotta do is block the running back, and I picked this blitz up, so what's the big deal? But I want to show you some other things that you can do if they start trying to block the running back. So let's say they but let's say they block the running back, right? Boom. So now they're thinking, okay, I'm good. So let's just go and do the same setup. Quarterback contain. Now there's a couple things you can do. So you can either take this linebacker square and man him up to the running back side just like this, and then this was the old way to glitch him out. I am curious if it still works now. As you can tell, you see how he kind of whipped around. I'm gonna go on replay real quick, but even though we got dumbed out, I'm gonna show you exactly why this works the way it does. So when you man up the running back to the linebacker side, when you man up the running back to this linebacker side right here, what it's gonna do, he's gonna make that linebacker kind of go inside, and normally it's gonna make him, as you can tell, lock onto him. So right here, the reason this didn't scream, why? Because he didn't do the animation we were looking for. So that's one of the things you got to be aware of. But I'm actually gonna show you real quick too how to always guarantee pressure. Yes, always guarantee pressure. But I actually want to show you this one more time. So let's go ahead and man him up. You can see right here we're good. So let's actually block our running back. And I promise I'm getting to the meat and potatoes of this video, so don't think I'm just trying to do fillers. I just want y'all to understand exactly how to run it. So boom, as you can tell right there, that's exactly what we're looking for. So I'm gonna hop and replay really quick, just in case you kind of missed it, or just in case you wanted to see why he screamed this time and why he didn't scream last time. So if you pay attention, so like I told you, that linebacker, I'm not gonna go to him, but you'll see him. So notice how whenever you man him up and the running back blocks, he's actually going to come all the way around to this free gap. So he actually blitzes himself, and then in 146, they're always going to double team this D tackle when that happens. So what's going to happen, that running back has to block him, right? Because he's locked onto him. EA designed it like that. So now let's take a look this side, right? So let's look at him. You see how that time he actually touched the tackle, so it was just enough to make the tackle have to respect him. And now we're going to be able to scream off the edge. You can tell right there. So essentially this is so good, because why? We're only sending, look at this. So let's go and set it up again. we're only sending what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you want to count this guy blitzing by himself as 5. But if he goes on a route, then what, we're only sending 4 people, and he has to block 6. So think about that. They're blocking 6 people, we're only sending 4 or 5 at the most. Now if they start trying to block the running back and they're not getting through well, there's something else you can do. So if you don't want to actually man up the running back, let's say like maybe they were killing you with a flat route, so maybe you wanted to put him in a hard flat, right? Because let's say they were just running a drag but they're blocking their running back. What you can do, you can take X and you can blitz him just like this, and actually now you can take R1 and blitz him, but you don't want to quarterback contain this side. So do not quarterback contain this side, and you're going to see why here in a second. So let's say they block the running back, right? So then I'm going to go and replay and show you exactly why this is going to get open, and that's going to do that every single time. So actually I'm going to run it one more time just so you can see, and then we're actually going to hop and replay about it. So remember, just press, and you can either pinch your D-line or spread them. It's completely up to you. I'm actually pinching them because I think I like that setup. It's a lot more consistent for me. So then, like I said, this is your free player. You can take him and man him up to anybody. That's what makes his defense so great. So I could take him, man him up to R1 if I want to. I could take him, man him up to circle. I could take him and put him in a like I said, purple. I could put him in a deep zone. Like, there's so many things I can do with him, but I'm just putting him in the flats for now. So that's what this is. You know, you want to use this when you want to have variety in your defense. So now all you need to do is take X, blitz them, and I'm gonna show you a different way you can run this as well right after this, but I just want to show you that this is consistent. So we're sending what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're sending 6, right? And then what it's going to do is going to guarantee pressure with you being able to use it or safety. Now, if you want to use it a linebacker, I'm going to show you that, of course, here in a second. But this is for people who love to use their safeties. So now, as you can tell, we have the running back blocked. And then 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to ID this guy over here, right? Because you're probably going to scream at him, right? So now let's go and snap the ball. And then look what happens. So we're actually going to have the same person that we just ID'd come screaming free because the running back is going to be wrong no matter what. And I promise this video is going somewhere. Drop a like if you already enjoying it. It greatly helps out my channel. But right here, as you can tell, the running back's in no man's land. He's wrong no matter what he does, and the reason why is because of this guard. So the reason you blitz him, because you need to touch him, and what's going to happen is he's going to occupy him. He has no choice but to block him, and then now he's coming free off the edge. And you don't. And the reason you don't want a quarterback contain, because if you do, he's actually not going to blitz. He's actually going to pull up right here and just kind of like stop because of the update that EA did. Now, this person is always going to scream. You see the animation? That's what we're looking for. We get the animation we want, and now he's coming up free off the edge. And even if we don't get that animation, 9 times out of 10, this guy's going to come free because the running back is still going to kind of stay on this side. I don't know why it does that, but that's the way that it works on EA. So right here, what I'm actually going to do is show you just a different variation. So let's say they block their running back, and I'm going to get into max protect so you can see what that looks like then we'll end the video. I do appreciate all y'all who are rocking with me. So pinch the D-line. Let's see, quarterback contain. And now let's say like maybe you wanted to user this guy, right? So maybe you like usering him. So what I would do is take R1, blitz him, right? So we're looking just like this. And now if you want, you can man yourself up to the running back if you want. It's completely up to you. I recommend always blitzing because you need to touch this tackle. That's all you want to do. So if you wanted to play like a, I don't know, like a cover 2 style of defense like this, to where you're responsible for the whole middle, there's so many things that you could do out of this, because while we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in coverage plus your user makes 6, so we're only technically sending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And we're going to get the same type of thing that's going to happen, to where this pressure is going to be guaranteed when we're only sending 5. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So snap the ball. You just need to touch him, and that's all. So you see exactly what happens right there. That's going to happen every single time. Every single time. Now, the only thing you need to watch out for is, of course, some formations, they can run the ball easily on 1-4-6. You know, that's one of the things you should already know when you use this defense, that, yes, you can get weak box. Please know that. So don't just, you know, line up against this in every single formation, because it's not going to work. It just works against some particular formation. So, again, I'll show you right here so you don't think it's fluke. Go ahead and block our running back. So now you might be thinking, what if they try to slide their line left and maybe ID this guy, right? So that should pick it up, right? So let's just see about it. So all you want to do is touch him. Boom, I touched him, and then look at the pressure. So that's what's most important. Yes, it didn't technically scream, but look at how much pressure is getting generated, and look at how much your opponent actually has to do to account for what you're doing. So let me go back and replay right here to show you. So you see what happens is, since they slid their line, he's actually going to get free because they kind of do a swap. And now look at this. We're already getting all the way in the backfield. Imagine your quarterback. Imagine the quarterback right here. Imagine how uncomfortable he is seeing this right here. And 9 times out of 10, he's going to try to scramble. And think about it, if he tries to scramble, he's going to run into him. and he's gonna run into him. He's trying to go the other way. You can't really step up in the pocket because the pocket is literally collapsing on him. So that's why I said I really love this defense. So real quick, the last thing I'm gonna talk about, and then actually not then but last thing I'll talk about is if they max protect, right? So what they max protect, what does that look like, real? So if they max protect, I want you to picture something. So let me set this up real quick. So let's take R1 and blitz them. So let's say we didn't know they was gonna max protect, right? So if you take a look at this, right, we're only blitzing what, 1 2 3 4 5, right? And they're blocking how many? They're blocking what, 5 6, they're blocking 7. So they're sending out 3 routes, right? And look at how many people I have in coverage. I have 1 2 3 4 5, I have 6 plus my user. So we have 6 people in coverage no matter what. They only have 3, and anytime you get them kind of odds, you win. I'm sorry, but you win. Look, all you want to do is touch them, right? Go, okay, nobody comes through, cool. But look at this, I have 5 people rushing, and then there's only 3 routes, and I should be covering all that. So yes, all they have to do is max protect. Yes, unfortunately, that's how Madden 21 works. You can't always scream at every single thing, but you're going to make life really tough, and nobody wants to max protect in Madden 21. I promise, nobody wants to do that. So anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you find any value out of this, please let me know in the comments, because this is actually my favorite defense, and this is what I run. I know a lot of y'all wanted to see videos on 146. So let me know if you want to see some more kind of 146 versus various formations. But anyways, I hope you have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.